Does your city host the Super Bowl? I think it's going to generate like $500 million. Big events like this, you should definitely be able to make some money. Why would I not go to the Super Bowl? Maybe because tickets are like almost 10 grand. If you can't go to the big game, actually, there's plenty of places where you can enjoy the Super Bowl.
Where were you for the big moments? The can't-miss, history-making moments that more than rock the world, they dent the entire universe. Get ready. It's time for your next life-changing, unforgettable moment. Because the greatest sporting event is coming to the greatest arena on Earth. It's more than the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. February 11th, 2024. The Super Bowl happens here.
Does your city host the Super Bowl? Well, my city does. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada here. In our city, we host major events like the Super Bowl. I mean, there's pros and cons to this. Obvious thing is the money that it brings into the city, right? We're gonna have so many people visiting here, so much money coming into town. I think it's gonna generate like $500 million in just a weekend or something like that. It's a lot of money, right? So that's a good thing here. What are the drawbacks, right? Because sometimes people, they're like, well, it's just a bunch of traffic. They close down the roads here. It's inconvenient when you're living here, and it just brings a bunch of people and crazy freaks from all over the place, and they cause trouble here, right? But isn't that what Vegas is for? It's to party and cause trouble, right? So to me, I think, you know, there's gonna be pros and cons, but I think hosting the Super Bowl is nothing but good for the city's economy. It's a great city to host the Super Bowl because we have all these hotels here, right? Like most cities can't do that. Well, I mean, the fact that we're hosting Super Bowl is really cool, but all the business that it's going to bring is going to be amazing because, I mean, just think about all the food servers, people that work in restaurants, the bars. Let's even talk about the Uber drivers, even people selling waters and beers on the street, right? It's just going to bring a lot of money here, and that's a good thing, all right? And then all around town, there's going to be watch parties too, right? It's going to be extra hyped up since it's here in town. Just a big boost in our local economy, which is a good thing. And I've worked with a lot of clients that I've sold short-term rentals to, all right? So they're on Airbnb, VRBO, and all these places like that. What is the right strategy for Super Bowl weekend? Big events like this, you should definitely be able to make some money. For me, what I've been suggesting to my clients is basically don't go crazy on the nightly rate, but actually play around with the minimum stay, right? Because, you know, you can get a few extra $100 per night. That's great, but if it's only like a 2-night stay, it's not that great. Make it like a 4 or 5 day stay, and that way your marked up pricing, you get it ×5 rather than just like for the weekend, you know, especially if your property is near the strip or something like that. With the Super Bowl, it's not just the team or the players or the coach or the staff. It's going to be a lot of family and friends too, and the family and friends, they're not going to get to stay at the, you know, luxury resorts, all right? That's like the family will just like get like an Airbnb and like throw the distant friend or relative there. That is going to be a good stay for you too, because they're going to stay probably like close to a week, you know? So that's why I always say go with the longer minimum stays rather than just thinking on average nightly rate. Vegas is a great place to own a short-term rental just because our tourism industry is so strong here. There's always big events like the Super Bowl, or EDC brings out a lot of people, and just like music festivals, big conventions like CES. If you want to learn more about it and get started with your real estate investing and want to consider a short-term rental in a city like Las Vegas, please reach out to me. Love to help you. And if you know me, you know I'm a hardcore 49ers fan, right? We made it to the Super Bowl, and it's literally in our backyard. Why would I not go to the Super Bowl, right? And I was like, maybe because tickets are like almost 10 grand. It's like you can do a lot with $10,000, right? But when am I gonna have this opportunity again, right? Like, I don't know. Let's just say the 49ers make it to another Super Bowl, right? But if it's not in Las Vegas, then I will have to buy plane tickets to travel. I have to get hotel rooms, eating out, living, and all that stuff. I think the cost is probably gonna double if I have to do it that way too. So it might be the cheapest way for me to actually attend a Super Bowl with the 49ers playing in it by going to this one. What would you do if this was your team and it was in your city? Would you go, or do you just watch it on TV? Because, like, quite honestly, you know, watching football on TV is kind of a better experience than going to real games because you have all these pauses and you don't even know what's going on sometimes. If you can't go to the big game, actually, there's plenty of places where you can enjoy the Super Bowl. So number one, I think you got to check out 𝐬𝐞𝐥𝐥, all right? It's downtown. That's Vegas for you, I guess, you know, but anyways, you go downtown, go to 𝐬𝐞𝐥𝐥. It's the newest casino. It's got amazing sportsbook and stadium swim, big TVs, pools, big party. I would definitely consider checking out the Super Bowl at 𝐬𝐞𝐥𝐥, all right? Number two, if you want to go old school with it, you can always go to the Westgate, all right? They got a big sports book there. It's old school. You do this thing where you get a seat and it's like a buffet. You get to eat all the food there, bet on the sports there. That's like an old school way to do Super Bowl at a sports book here. And then the final thing I would say check out, you can go to any of the local casinos. You can go to Durango Station. They have a really nice brand new sports book there. You can go to like a PT's or any of these places. They all are putting on the game. They all have all types of specials, and it's always going to be a nice environment. Comment down below who you're betting on. Hopefully it's these guys, you know.